All right, you guys, we are live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Spicy Divorce Party Planner TV show. I'm your host, Spice, and today I'm here with my lovely co-hosts. We got Delia and Maisho. We got Tiffany Siobhan. Hey. And we got a very special birthday boy today by the name of Bryan Willams. Raise the roof for him, y'all. Happy birthday, Bryan.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Good morning. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a spiel on Bryan Willams. He's a single father. He's worked for a magazine back in the 90s, you know, moving up and down the East Coast. We want to hear all about that. And he's a ferret owner.
I am, too.
Oh, he has 2 ferrets. So we got a lot of questions for him. And so, Bryan, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's great to see you guys again. Sort of like a little Poco reunion, right?
Yes. Polka Child reunion. So before we start, I wanted everybody to represent where they're at. I'm out here, Marina Del Rey, California, LA County.
I'm in Los Angeles, California. We're close to Leimert Park, downtown area.
Hey, we know exactly where that's at.
Oh, I'm Compton, Long Beach, Brooklyn.
Hey,
Compton's in the
power
house.
to the people.
Love it.
And Bryan, where are you at? Where are you representing?
I am representing Beckley, West Virginia.
Cool.
Yes.
I haven't been to West Virginia, but I have another good friend from West Virginia too. Well, he's living in West Virginia. He's lived in Washington before. But so, yeah, we got a lot of questions. We got questions about West Virginia. We got questions about the ferret, your dating life, being a single dad. So who wants to go first? Who wants to fire away first? Go ahead, Delia. It's your day.
Mr. Bryan, Mr. X Polka Chop buddy.
That's right.
Supporter of mine. Bless his heart.
But
how old were you when you became a single father?
I love that question. I would say 33, 34.
And
wow.
And how did you feel being a single father? And how did you feel? Like, you know, was it separation, divorce?
It was. I would say it was a great relief, and yeah. I mean, she knows what I'm talking about. You know, I'm saying
Yes, I do.
He said it's a great relief.
Yeah, it was a great relief.
We can understand that. Don't can't we?
Most definitely. I can. You see, I'm over here like.
Yeah, see, we know. I would say that it was a great relief. It was also a challenge at the same time.
I bet.
That's why he's smoking now.
Look, you pointed that out before.
And she's a teenager.
Got her lighter over there too.
Look.
Smoking, you got me.
What they say.
And she's a teenager.
Let me stop. Edit that out. Let me stop.
And she's a teenager, right? So you got your hands full.
Yes, she'll be 18 at December, right a few days before Christmas. So yeah, it's
a daughter too. Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been the greatest thing in my life. I would say that. There is a lot of challenges, as with everything else, especially these days. But yeah, I wouldn't. I think the hardest part was going from trying to find somebody like a babysitter when I worked in men's or whatever, and nobody really wanted to do it, or they do it a day or so, then I can't do it, no more.
Yeah.
How old was she at the time?
Very young, I would say. Grade school.
Oh, okay. Did you have family around you?
Yeah. Thing about family is, you know, most of them work. They still work to this day, most of them. So I really didn't have that to, you know, fall back on. We've always been a working, you know, family. I come from. I was raised that way. So yeah, I had to take on that challenge by myself, and eventually things fall into place. It just takes you have to, you know, go through whatever you have to do to get to the next step, you know, and being successful. And you know, that was it was like probably the greatest challenge. You know, I did find a babysitting place that, you know, that's what somebody else recommended, that where, you know, they had take classes. It wasn't just somebody that you met down the street, you know, so kind of fell into that, and it wasn't always the best either, but we made it through.
Oh yeah, I think all of us could identify with that.
Yeah.
The challenge getting a babysitter, right? Yeah, I totally understand that. So hats off to you, Bryan. We don't get too many single dads. It's usually the single moms. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations to the moms too. We got to give it to the single moms.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I know I've been there.
So I have a crazy question. What made you decide to have ferret friends?
That's a great question too. When we lived at the other apartment, she got a puppy or something off Facebook. We had it for a while. It was anybody knows anything about puppies, which I didn't really. They'll chew everything up.
Everything.
Yeah. I bought a $200 and some monitor for her computer that she wanted, and I think it lasted maybe. She came out and she chewed the cord in half.
Oh wow.
You know, that's just how they are. You can't get mad at them, you know. But then we had 2 cats that we inherited. I had a neighbor next door that passed away. That was a very strange situation. I actually found her over there. That's another thing.
The cat, you said?
No, her passed away. That's how we inherited the cats.
Okay, the cats. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice that you keep your cats in.
Yeah. But anyway, the cats didn't get along. One of them wasn't fixed, and it was turned into a very chaotic situation. Yeah. So anyway, to get back to the ferrets, they're very easy to deal with. You know, they're friendly. We was kind of leery about them at first. You know, I've never had any kind of. I guess they're considered like a wild, exotic animal. You know what I'm saying? Or something. I would. They're great pets. I'd recommend them to everybody.
Yeah, my friend, I think she had 2 as well. They're unusual creatures, I would say. They're cute though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say, what, like, how would you like describe them? Not just describe a ferret to someone. Like, ferret is like it's not like having a dog or a cat, but how would you describe them?
That's a good question too. They are they're very intelligent. One thing that I've learned about them, they have great sense of time. Like, I usually get up about, I think, to prepare for my shift about 5 or 6 in the morning. And I have the youngest. He seems like clockwork. He always gets in and wants, and you know, does whatever he has to do to wake me up. Because he wants to play, you know. And I don't, like I said, I would recommend them to anybody except for somebody that doesn't want to spend time with them.
Yeah.
Where do they sleep at?
Well, we do have a cage. They don't like it. They don't seem to mind it, but I have a thing about animals in cages. I mean, I guess if some certain person was coming over, you might want to put them in a cage so they don't, you know, crawl or you know, whatever. But we don't really keep them in a cage unless that, you know, we are expecting somebody. It just pretty much let them roam free. And you know, some animals, I guess we've had guinea pigs and stuff like that. They belong in a cage. You can't let guinea pigs, you know, and stuff like that.
I used to have guinea pigs too. They're so cute. I love the sounds they make.
Right. The guinea pigs are awesome. They don't really do much.
Mhm.
It's
They
So
don't have
what
as much
concerns you?
personality, huh?
yeah. I mean, certain pets are, not everybody's right for, like, some people have snakes and,
Oh.
you know,
Mm,
but
yeah.
hey, each to their own,
Yeah, yeah. My friend Cindy, she has snakes and every other creature.
Oh, boy. Mm. So, okay, what else want to ask?
I was gonna
What's your,
ask,
go ahead.
does the ferret affect your love life?
um,
Mm,
that's a good question too. I'm liking this. My love life right now, I guess, would consist of that they are good creatures. They do show affection, and um, I give it back. That is my love life. Having sometimes they're at the door when I come home from work waiting. I can
mm,
tell pretty much if they don't get what they want or they want something, they'll plop down on the floor and look all sad. So that gets me every time. So yeah, as far as affecting my love life, it's I think I've made the right choice in getting they will chew up your shoes.
Hmm.
But,
I've had rabbits; they chew up everything too.
yeah, but as far as everything else, it's they're very lovable creatures, and yeah, like I said, I've made the right choice.
So,
And
what if you date a woman and she says that she doesn't like ferrets? How would you deal with that?
I have actually had, I'm glad you mentioned that. Like, I guess it would be like on the dating site before, like
Uh-huh.
where we start talking about your pets. Oh, you don't really ever hear anybody say they have ferrets.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people have this thing about, they do have a certain smell to them. The ones that you get from the pet store are descented. They still have a slight smell, but I've gotten used to it. I don't think it's bad. But anyway, like I said, I think I have mentioned that before. And I think a couple times that was the end of the conversation.
That was the end of the conversation. Okay, so some people don't want to deal with the ferret. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
which
you'll
I get.
find a lady who has ferrets too.
Hey,
and
that
that
would
may
be.
be the choice you have to go.
Yeah, pets can be strange when it comes to relationships.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I had a date with a girl. She came. We had one date first at my place, and then the next one was to go to her house. Anyway, it went great. Second one wasn't that great, I don't think. She came out back, brought this big, huge dog in. I mean, this thing was
Mm.
huge. He's climbing all over me, and I'm just
Oh
like,
no.
she's got this chain trying to pull him. I don't know why would you do that on a date? Why would you bring
Mm.
let your I mean, I guess it's part of the family, you're going to meet him eventually, but I thought that was I didn't really care for that.
Well, no, that
Yeah.
gives you, well, that's the part of dating, to see what works for you and what doesn't work with you. Because I used to think, oh, we shouldn't take our kids on dates, but then I heard that you should take them, they're part of the package.
That's
So I
right.
think, yeah.
That's right.
So
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But with the dog, I guess you wanted to see how you would,
I was
receive.
thinking that too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
So let me just let him on out and see how he react to him. Like you said, it just didn't go well.
yeah, yeah, you got to experiment, and you found out, okay, this isn't for you.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I could have dealt with it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was a little too much right at first.
Okay.
Maybe
Oh,
they could have took me outside and let me pet them. And yeah, hey, we meet each other, not climbing all.
Yep, you can still talk to her. It's never too late.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Well,
Tiffany, I
'cause I
think you had
understand.
another question, didn't you?
Well, I was gonna say, like, with ferrets, I know they kind of go up your pants and do things like that. Has that ever happened with when a date came over and
The
you
goat.
guys sit down and you're just enjoying yourself and the ferret just happened to end up places he shouldn't be?
Well, hopefully that'll never happen. They do like to climb. They will climb up your pants, like you said. Um, I've had friends come over, and of course they will do that. They love to meet new people.
Okay.
Yeah, they love to investigate. They're probably one of the most inquisitive creatures that you'll meet. That yeah,
That's cute.
That's interesting. Yeah.
and
So,
they
Yeah,
steal your wallet.
so,
So we're go ahead.
did you have a question, Tiffany?
No, I'm just going along according to the questions and how they're, I don't want to jump right into certain questions, and we're focusing on
Topic.
his dating life. Yeah, certain topics that we're covering. So just let me know, and I'll get it in there.
So Bryan, how do you deal with your daughter dating? What do you do if your daughter gets mad at her boyfriend? Does that ever affect you? Do you ever feel like I'm gonna jump in and strangle this boy? Or how does that work?
Fortunately, they get along great. I've never, honestly, I've never, had to deal with that experience.
Mhm.
I feel very lucky that she has met somebody that it takes a special person. I'll say it both ways. It takes a special person to deal with a woman, and I mean that in the most honest way. But also,
It's true. Women ask for a lot. I think
but
that's part of our nature too. We always want more.
It is.
but it's the same with men too. So it goes both ways.
Okay.
But you do learn a lot, as I have learned. Sometimes it's best just to walk away. But as far as no, they get along great. I've never had to deal with anything like that. And how do I feel about the dating? Well, this is like really, I think, the first boyfriend that she's had that wasn't online. She's met, this is a whole different world we're living in than 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
As far as meeting people. And I've seen good and I've seen a lot of bad in it too. There's a lot of temptation out there, especially when you're with somebody in a relationship. I think the internet's been a big issue for a lot of people, and it's probably been one of the biggest reasons for divorce.
Yeah. No, we definitely agree with the internet being an issue.
Yeah, I do.
But
I
I've
do agree
also
with that.
seen how different people maneuver it too, because a lot of guys, they want to be online talking to a whole bunch of women. And then there's certain people who hide their passwords and don't let you use their cell phone and stuff. So I saw a pastor, and I like his advice the best. He doesn't get a job that's out of the state because he doesn't want to jeopardize his marriage. He won't travel without his wife, basically. They both share the passwords to the internet, and I think to their phone. So he doesn't hide anything. I really respect those people the most, honestly. That's the type of person I would want.
Yeah, no.
I don't know about everybody else. A lot of people are like, they could do what they want. But for me, I don't trust very easily, so I want to see everything.
Listen, the society we live in, the way the world is, and how things are changing.
Yes.
I mean, if you got to be secretive like that,
Yeah.
it's just no point in even trying to move forward in dating one another if it's a dating situation. But like, if you're in a marriage, y'all been together for 5 years, 10 years, and you still being secretive with your password and not letting me be on, see who you're socializing with, or just even like open about it. Yeah, that's a red flag right there, that there will be a divorce coming soon.
Right there.
Big red flag.
Yeah, no, for real.
We're not having that shit over here.
Amen.
So Delia, you're welcome to chime in whenever you like. And ladies, all of you guys, I just want to remind you too that you guys are live on Facebook. If you guys are able to, if you guys know how, you can also share the Facebook stream that's on my page on your page. If you can't do it right now, you can do it later.
I think I did that. Let me see.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
Bryan, how many states have you been in? In your bio, you said you traveled with a magazine company.
Yes, that is correct. I've never been over there where you guys are.
Okay. What states were you in?
I've pretty much not every state on this side of the coast, but I've been from here and I went down, and Maine's of course all the way at the top. So yeah, I've been from here to here to here, New York,
Oh,
yeah, different places in New. I never knew I would hear New York, you would think of big cities. I didn't know they had farms and cows and chickens and
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that because I've seen is like Manhattan and Brooklyn and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't got a chance to explore the entire state. So I get what you're saying.
Deep in the neck of the woods in New York. Yeah. And you
Oh.
and you know about New York, there's a place there called Long Beach
Mm,
in New York somewhere. Yeah.
I didn't
But
know.
how did
Yeah.
you like that kind of work, and when did it end? And why?
That's good.
What's really crazy about that experience, I would say it was started like in the about mid 90s. I think I moved here in 91. That's when people still look for jobs out of the newspaper.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Right. Like
Yeah, so that was a while ago. But anyway, they got me on that was one of the ads. I think they ran a few that was very catchy. I remember one of them was like "Fun in the Sun."
Hmm.
Wow, that sounds good. Was it "Rock to Work, Roll to the Bank"? Well, that sounds good too. Yeah. Basically, what it was is you would meet somebody in a hotel room. You get a small interview. I worked for a few different crews. The last one I did was a soap crew. Instead of selling magazines, it was you carried a little bottle around of this amazing cleaner they had. I wish I could still get a hold. That stuff would clean everything. That was a little bit
Okay.
easier to sell than magazines, but
Okay, you're selling magazines. Okay.
yeah, they travel from state to state. When you sell that, I guess you would think you're going around with a bunch of magazines trying. No, it's not like that. You have a little list or a big list of different kinds of magazine subscriptions, and you get somebody to sign up for whatever, and it's then
I
they
think
get
I remember those.
yeah.
I was just about
Yeah, I think we
to
probably
say
all
that.
had one of those at some.
Is it something like not Jet magazine, but what was the name of that magazine subscription?
Ebony.
But I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're
What's
talking
the
about.
name of it?
There was a Jet, and then there was Ebony. I think that was what it was called.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jet,
we-
Ebony, and there were a few other magazine subscriptions out like that as well, where you go around and you offer, individuals a package and things like that. Oh my, why is? Can you guys see me?
No.
Yeah, so I'm like, wait a minute.
So
So,
There we go.
so Brian, when did that end? And would you get that? Would you would love to do that kind of work again?
I would say it ended. I did it for probably on and off for maybe 5 or 6 years.
that's a long time. Okay.
Yeah, I would say early in the 2000s or something. That was the end of it because it sounds really great. Sounds like a great adventure, and it was, but never really made any money. And they paid.
That has a lot to do with entertainment. No,
Starving actors, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
So, but what's the craziest thing about it is it's probably the craziest experience that I've ever had in my life. And they actually made a movie. They've had a couple different, I think, low budget. I've seen YouTube about the magazine crew. But yeah, there was what's it called? But anyway, they had a movie. It was on Netflix. I think they took it off. But watching that movie was just like whoever made that movie had to experience what I did because that really hit home. The white vans, that it's just a party at first, then it turns into if you're not making money, they treat you like pure crap,
Oh no.
all the way down to we're not going to pay you today. And
Oh no.
yeah, it's out there. And the farther you get away from your home, state, the more that they got control of you. And
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like they
yeah.
can treat.
Exploit you.
Yeah, it's not so easy. It's not so easy to get back
Mm.
or as quickly.
That's kind of scary.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why you guys can't hear me. I'm on mute. I'm responding to what you're saying. I'm like, well, yeah,
We hear
that's
you.
that's like selling roses. And, no, I was on mute for a minute
Okay.
and I was responding. I'm like, why are you not seeing?
Oh, okay.
But no, I said it's kind of like doing petitions. You know, you go out of state, you don't know if they're gonna pay for your hotel or if you're gonna even get paid for the petitions that you circulated. It's the same, you know, business, and it's amazing to see that things haven't changed that, you know, drastically from the years.
I've done what you've done, Tiffany, before.
It's constantly being
I did the petition
I mean,
thing as well, and I took my time to do that. And I think at the point in time I was on the bus. Do you know that the company like closed down? I didn't even get paid for my time and effort. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of
that's
these
exactly what's
companies,
going on right now.
yeah,
They get you out there, have you working and stuff, and when it's time to pay you, they
yeah.
either disappear or it's something wrong or it's a problem with this or it's a problem with that. So I can definitely relate to the magazine, what he was doing as a magazine. Not sales rep, but yeah.
Door to
Were you a
door.
sales rep or?
We went door to door. The movie that it was called
Canvassing.
American Honey. I had to think about it. American Honey is the name of that movie. And if you watch that movie, yeah, that
I'm gonna check it out.
it was kind of hard to watch because, you know, traveling out there and like you were saying, and you think it's all hunky dory, then you know things change real quick.
Well, I like
Real
hearing these
quick.
stories because a lot of people come on here and they tell us like these extravagant stories and this and that. It's good to hear like we've all been through something similar, and a lot of times a lot of people don't talk about that. So
They don't.
Bryan's been working just like we just know our journey as single moms, and it's been hardcore. So it's nice to hear Bryan's been through the same shit we have. We always feel like our struggle is the freaking worst struggle ever. Like this shit's hard, but it's good to know that other people are out there in the same boat as us too, pushing through.
I mean, it's real life.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, if you can't.
Oh, Tiffany kind of like she went in and out. So
Of what you've actually been.
I think we're all having internet problems right now.
Because yeah, it's like what do you call it?
The wind?
It's not the wind, but it's freezing. Yeah, my video keeps freezing.
Okay.
Like it's a delay as well, because when well, I think too. Oh my God, there I go there. I need to adjust it.
It's raining out here. We're in California, so the weather might be affecting a lot of us right now. And we're live, you guys. If you guys are watching, we are live. So we have technical issues here and there. So please bear with us. And
please, thank you so much.
If you can't hear one of us, we'll just jump in with another question.
Hey, you guys are fine.
Thank you. So I have a question, Bryan. Like when you're dating, do you have to get approval from your daughter? Does what she say about your date, does it really matter to you?
That's a good question.
I would say in a lot of ways it does matter to me because I just wouldn't want to bring around anybody that I didn't, you know, feel that I would want my daughter to not be around, that kind of person, you know. And
that's right.
Sometimes when you meet people online, I'm not talking physically, but I'm talking like online at first, people can tell you anything.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Yes. So you really have to be careful, especially these days. So yeah, it does have an effect. I have dated people before, or tried to date, I guess you would say, that I could tell pretty much right away that this isn't, you know, my kid is involved. Like we've talking about the pets, it's the whole package deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
So, I mean, just because you date somebody doesn't mean that,
And except my daughter.
yeah, we're going to get married, or, you know, or you got to get to know somebody. Try, and sometimes it's really hard because, as I've said before, some people have hidden agendas, you know, and that's one thing I would say about getting older is, at least for me, I have more of a capability and from experience to kind of see right from the start. Sometimes even before somebody opens their mouth, you know, saying that this, I guess that comes from being in sales. That's what I say, you know, the look on your face. As they say, a picture speaks 1,000 words.
Ooh, yes, it does. Tells you
Yeah.
exactly how a person's feeling.
And also, as they say, the eyes are the window to the soul. So I think being in the, go ahead.
So it is important. Like, say, what if you're dating someone and she doesn't like them? What if you thought they're cool and you think they're fine to bring to the house, but what if she doesn't like them? Would you still date them, or would you take that into consideration?
Oh, I would definitely take that into consideration because a house divided cannot stand.
Okay.
And you know that, you know, I think that she's old enough and that we can, you know, come together on if something's not right, or if she's not comfortable with it, then that's a no for me.
Okay, good.
I like what you said. A house divided.
Thank you for donating to our fundraiser.
Oh, that's no problem. We're here. It's became more of an issue in my time for homelessness, and you never used to see people standing on the corner holding signs, and now you see it everywhere now. This whole town has changed so much as when I first moved here. Why? I don't know. That's a good question. I have my theories about it, but I don't think it's just here. I think it's becoming more of a problem.
You know what? I believe it could be a worldwide issue, but some places don't have as much homelessness
You
as
just
others.
took the words out of my mouth.
Does anyone know why there's not as much homelessness in some countries versus this country? Does anyone have any idea?
Because they care about the people there. That's why. It's really sad to say their government is not like our government. I mean, speaking on politics or whatever, but yeah, I've been to other states. I've been to Baltimore. I've been to New Orleans. I'm out to New York. And it's nothing like here in California. I don't see no homeless anywhere. And wherever they are at, they're in a safe, you know.
Yeah, I was speaking about other countries, I think like New Zealand or one of the countries, they give money to their citizens so they don't have as much homelessness as us.
They don't.
So I was talking to a guy and he was mentioning the people in Dubai. He said one person in Dubai was homeless, and they're so rich in Dubai that by the end of the day of their panhandling, they had $20,000 from panhandling because they have so much money there. So I guess now it's not tolerated, but they really don't have homelessness there. So I guess it depends on the country and how they maneuver, I guess.
I think United States as a country, we're just like, there's a lot of greedy people. There's a lot of greedy. The government has a lot of money. And a lot of people, they donate to the homeless and things, but does it really go to the homeless?
Yeah.
It doesn't, because I can see it in the city of Long Beach. We have a lot of homeless. And I always see billions of dollars, millions of dollars donating to the, all these homeless and, all these places in Long Beach. But, I don't even think they're getting that money,
Well,
that's why too.
I've interviewed a woman before, and she said that the parking tickets and the parking, I think the parking meters money is supposed to go towards the homeless. But, and you know what, I've been in Arizona and I've been in California. I think Long Beach, California, they honestly have more programs for the homeless in California than Arizona. So if we think it sucks here, it sucks even worse in states like Arizona. So it's from state to state.
It's sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, very sad.
So okay. So
I hear that yeah, I heard that on Skid Row. They pretty much give them money, they feed them, they provide them with everything. So they're like, why would anybody want to not be homeless or be out if the government is feeding you, you know, and giving you what you need? I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. They should want to have a, you know, roof over their head and be, you know, respected for who they are, and you know. But yeah, the homeless crisis is at an all-time high. I see them out in Beverly Hills, certain
Malibu too.
areas in Beverly Hills. I was
Malibu as
kind of shocked.
well.
I was a little shocked to see it. Yeah. I
Yeah,
was like, wait a
I know.
minute.
I thought it was crazy. I was in
Oh.
the car and I see homeless people in Malibu. Yeah, they're all over the place. But yeah, that's a really sad issue. And I just wish that like the US would
Very.
follow some of the other countries, because some other countries are doing way better with homelessness than we are.
Way better. Even with medical, they have free medical in a lot of, you know,
Exactly.
a lot of other countries. Then when it comes to California, as I was out doing petitions, I'm talking to voters and, you know, getting their opinion on how they feel about, you know, the issues that we have right now in front of us. And they like, man, why we don't have free medical? Why is it free medical over here and free medical over here? And I'm like, it's a good point. So it's a lot of stuff going on. So back to you, Bryan.
Thank you, Bryan, for donating. We're still working on our fundraiser. It's not over. So thank you. Every bit helps. So we really appreciate that, especially since you're a single father. So we know that finances aren't easy for us, for single people.
It's not. No, it's not easy. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
Delia, do you have a question?
Yes. Bryan, what message can you give to and we're always talking about the single moms, but what about the single fathers? And they're out there that really take care of their kids. What message do you give them that you experienced through this journey? And you know, our journey as parents never end.
Oh, girl, yes.
Never.
I would say these days I see more than I did back then. Single fathers these days taking care of kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. Advice, I would say living around here, sometimes it's there's not a lot of job opportunities for it's pretty much the same here. We got restaurants, we got motels. It's pretty much a tourist spot. Basically what I would say was to you know, watch out for other people that want to steer you in the wrong way. I would say, like in relationships, be the, you know, that can really mess you up. That can really sidetrack you. I think it was about 8 years ago. I met a girl. She had 2 young kids. One of them was a boy. One of them was a girl. I'm happy that I have a girl. I never really wanted a boy. I don't think I'd never really wanted another one of me out there running around. I'm enough to deal with myself. But anyway, yeah, I've tried the dating thing with girls with kids, and that's tough. The boy, he was really hard to deal with. He was just, I think the girl was maybe like a year. I think he was 2 or 3, but he was just, maybe it was just where his dad wasn't around, or I think that has a lot to do with it. Maybe her as well. You know, there's not everybody around here has a car or has a steady job, you know, and that doesn't always work well for me. I mean, I'll do anything to help. And if I like you, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have somebody productive, but you know, if you really meet somebody, you hit it off. That's, you know, you find a way to come together and make things work, I guess. But me, I'm more for the productive, you know, because these days it's so hard to make it by yourself.
Yeah,
it is. Oh my God, yes.
Yes. So if you could find somebody that, you know, was, I guess, financially stable or wanted to, you know, make things work the right way, you know, that's hard to find. Because a lot of those people, I think, are kind of leery about, other people. I've seen that on the dating site too. It's my experience.
Yeah.
So I think the pandemic really did a number on dating.
Oh, no. Yeah. Change a lot of things.
Yeah, not just dating, but everything, but especially
The
dating.
world, yeah.
Yeah. And I did date during the pandemic a little bit. It was strange. It's almost like you're sneaking out or something. To meet somebody when you're living with your parents. Am I allowed to do this? They say you're not supposed to go outside.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah. No, that's a great bit of advice, because you can get steered the wrong way by dating the wrong person, and it does really help if there's two incomes, right? So I get it.
Right. So we just do the best we can.
Okay. So
That's right.
I have a question. Since you were a taxi driver before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever fear for your life or encounter unusual situations?
As far as fearing for my life, they did send you to a lot of bad places.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I didn't like,
Mm-hmm.
and especially at nighttime.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really feared for my life, but that was during the pandemic too.
Okay.
They wanted you to wear a mask, but anybody knows me. I'm very defiant. I always was. I always will be on that. I'm not wearing a mask. I've got into some situations at stores when that was going on. You can't come in here without a mask, this and that. So being a very rebellious person that I always have been, the pandemic was not good for me.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying too, but like I do Uber and Lyft. So yesterday there was like a kid coughing in the car over and over again. And I was like, oh God, I kind of wish I had a mask today. Because I don't like getting sick. I don't got time to get sick. That affects my money.
Oh, everything.
So sometimes I do feel like maybe they should have a mask on. I love kids and all, and I didn't want to sound like a bitch, but I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get sick. So I get it. I mean, it goes both ways.
But as far as
it is the way it is, we gotta speak up for our health. Like, look, I am so sorry, but by any chance, can you put a mask on?
Okay, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. See, that's a bit of encouragement, because I didn't know how to handle that situation. Thank you, Tiffany. Okay, thank you.
It's like I told this guy yesterday. I was walking in Walmart, and he was walking towards me, and I'm walking towards him. So if I'm walking towards you, and you, I gotta walk through that.
Yeah.
I said, sir, please cover your mouth or something, because I feel that's kind of rude. And he looked, he said, I'm sorry. I said, thank you. I'm not trying to be.
No, you know
like
what? You encouraged me today. That thank you, because a lot of times I don't know how to handle it without sounding like a witch. But that was perfect. Oh, yeah.
No, you would not be sounding. You're gonna sound like a human being who cares about their health and just want to,
Oh, good. That was very encouraging. Yeah, I like that. So now we know how to maneuver through that.
We got to know how. We got to figure it out, because they ain't gonna tell us. Sometimes, they be like, "Oh, you just gotta deal with it." No, we don't. No, we don't have to just deal with that.
Thank you.
I don't think that's, the right thing to do. To just cough in.
Yeah, it is kind of rude, because we don't want to get sick. Like, we got to pay our bills. Shoot. So,
we want to live.
Yes, and we want to live too.
We want to live.
So, Bryan, did you have any unusual circumstances when you were doing taxi driving?
I don't really think I did. Like I said, I was sketchy a few times. I picked up one guy at night, and he told me to hit the gas.
You told you to hit the gas?
Yeah, and he was don't stop, for the go.
Wow.
And when we got to he was like, no, he was very adamant about, stop here. This is it. And he was all looking back, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing this. So I don't know. I mean,
no, I've had that something when I wasn't doing the taxi driving. I'll just throw this little story in. When I was probably like 18, I had a convertible car, and this guy came running. So I thought like something bad was happening. He jumped in my car, and I didn't realize because I was so young and naive. I think probably he stole something or was run away from the law or from whoever he robbed. And what made it worse, you guys, I had my birthday money that my mom had sent me in the back seat, like on the floor of my purse. And I'm so trusting because I'm thinking like, oh, he's probably like in harm. He stole my freaking money. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, girl, I was young and dumb.
Look, we've all been there.
So okay, Bryan, your story sounds kind of like mine. We don't know what these people are running from.
We do not know. You guys seen on the news recently the girl who got in the Uber and her boyfriend ended up shooting at the Uber.
Oh,
chasing the Uber down. She said, "Oh my God, keep going. I think that's my boyfriend." And the guy was.
Oh.
They thought they got away from him, and they didn't get away from him. He caught up with them and started shooting at the car.
I'm glad you told me that. I'm glad you told me that because sometimes I do Uber and Lyft, and there are like couples fighting by my damn door. So I'm glad you said that. So now that's gonna make my eyes more aware of like how to handle that situation. Yeah, you just saved me. Thank you for that.
Exactly.
So Bryan, where did you live before West Virginia?
I grew up in Ohio, which is it's a totally different place than here. It was a good life switch though. The weirdest thing about it is, I grew up in Ohio, my grandma and the cousins, everything, and then I came to realize not long ago I've actually lived here longer than I did down there.
Okay.
Oh.
Which like I said, I grew up there, so I have been here quite a while, and it just shows you time is really. I know I ask people, is it just me, or does it seem like time now, going faster and faster?
No, it's not you. I agree with you, Bryan. I was saying the other day, I said, wait a minute, it was just 1 o'clock. How is it 4 o'clock now?
Yeah.
Because the time is just. I said, okay, did I end up in another time? Am I still here? Until we go around the globe. So yeah, I agree with that.
Bryan, what hobbies do you have?
Oh, that's a good question. I appreciate that. A lot of people, I can go back to the dating thing to answer this question. Sometimes if I would meet somebody before certain people, I had a shelf with my comic books and all this stuff. Not everybody's into that kind of stuff, especially when you're introducing yourself to a woman. They may, why is this guy collect comic books? That's just what I've always liked to do.
Oh, they're of value too. It's a good hobby to have.
Some people are just
once they find out about it, believe me, I bet they'll be like, oh snap, I should support
that's money. That could be money.
Comic books is we asked this question already about you being single, but I wanted to know, did your mate when you were in a relationship, did she support your career and what your endeavors?
That's a good question. I think by that time I was pretty much doing it on my own. When I was married, I think I basically I was the one that worked. So as far as making goals and endeavors or anything like that, I pretty much did it all on my own.
Was that difficult? Go ahead.
Tiffany, isn't there something in the Bible? Like, it almost sounds like when you're by yourself, you probably accomplish more works. Is the sad part. I think in the Bible it says something like that. Like, you could probably do more by being by yourself, which is sad.
But it says also you can't bring everyone along for the ride. It's just somewhere in that realm. But it's like, okay, what's for you is for you. It may not be for the other person to, also be part of what you're doing. But we still want to make sure our partner supports us, or at least want to see us make it in our career. Because I was married for 24 years, and it was difficult to do what I was doing and not have the support from my husband. I feel like he should have been supporting me because I'm supporting the family.
Yeah.
That's the,
Yeah, make you
That's
happy.
why I was asking that question. I feel like if our mate don't support us, or our partner, or I say mate because that's this an old term that's used, but our partner should definitely have our back, want to see us, make it in whatever we decide to do in our career, and vice versa. We should be supporting one another.
Well, Tiffany, I don't know, because like before I was with a freaking truck driver and I told them I didn't want them to drive trucks and they still did. So sometimes it is hard to support everyone's endeavors.
It is. And
You would
like
think it's easy, but it's not
it's
always.
hard it's not. And to tell someone not to do something that they enjoy to do, that's the difficult part. I feel as well, because he was like, "Oh, it's too late for you to try to be an actor. I don't know what you're trying to act for." What do you mean? It's never too late.
Oh, a lot
it's
of people say that, but some of the greatest actors started in their 40s, honestly.
40s, 50s,
yeah,
and
because we got life experiences. Yeah,
that we can we can
draw from,
and hone in that and draw from. We can also use so much from an individual that we grew up with or lived around, and that personality that we pick up from them, we're using in characters that we play. And every day is life is like acting. That's how I look at it. We wake up in the morning, that's a new chapter, that's a new role or a new beginning, moving forward to the next chapter, the next scene, or however you want to put that in perspective. But yeah,
that's true. So Bryan, do you want to share with us, why did your last relationship end?
I would say probably not meeting the what I was looking for. I don't mind to date a girl with kids or anything like that, and that's a lot around here. There's a lot of women that don't.
Bryan's like, there's no good quality women over here, the way it sounds. They don't work, they got a gang of kids. That's what I'm gathering.
Help them out, Cassandra. Help them out.
That's what it sounds like.
But I'm not so much for
I'm not. Go ahead, so Bryan. I'm sorry, we cut you off. What'd you say?
You're good. I don't know. I'm just not so much for that lifestyle anymore. As far as I'm more focused on what I'm trying to do and raising my kid. Like I said, she'll be 18 here at the end of this year. So, I really appreciate all the time and and the opportunity to do this myself.
Yeah.
I don't always feel I've made the right decisions on everything, but I'm
still
here.
I look back, I'm like, what the hell was I going through?
Yeah.
You too. That's the truth. I mean, I cannot say nothing to that. Go ahead. Well, I want to know too, when do you feel a new career path is not the best choice to make? In fact, yeah.
Well, I've fallen into doing home health. I've been doing it for like 15 years. I've did other things on and off. Like I said, there's not a lot of opportunity around here. So one thing I've learned is I try to stick with what's good for me. I worked for other healthcare companies before that I just couldn't, I dealt with it as long as I could, but what I'm doing now, I'm almost perfectly content with it, the way things are going. So I would say, as far as making the best way to make a choice is to really ask yourself, will I be better off here? Will it be worse if I go here, even though you think you might be trying to do something better? I've made choices where, you get mad at your boss. I'm quitting. I'm going somewhere, and you go somewhere else, and it's 100 times worse. So you got to really ask yourself, is this? Is it? Is this?
Is it worth me making a change?
Yes. Every time when you're working a job, something's gonna come along you may not like, but that doesn't always mean, I'm quitting, or I'm, you gotta be a little bit mature about things, especially, when you're raising a kid, or even just not keeping the lights on, and everything.
Yeah.
I've quit jobs, had them tell me to go fishing, Either way, you know what I'm saying? And I
Mm.
could have did things a different way. And now I'm working somewhere where that I hate, and I can't even enjoy a day off because I can't stand the thought of having to go back in there tomorrow. I don't want to work a job like that. I don't want to be in that situation.
That's
So that's
what's really important too,
Right.
making sure you enjoy, what you're doing. But I like that. I like that answer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
I like
appreciate that.
What's the most amount of money you will spend on a date?
Wow.
That was a good clue.
Nominated, right? Yeah.
Yeah, what's that movie,
Now
Half
we getting
Baked?
down to the nitty gritty.
Remember that Half Baked? He was showing that there's more money that he didn't have a lot, and the more that he would spend, it would be like ching,
Oh
and his
no.
money kept going down.
Oh man.
Dave Chappelle, yeah, that was a good movie.
Like,
How much money? Yeah, that guy had to be stressful. I think he had like what, $20. That was in the '90s, so it went a lot further, I guess.
right?
Oh yes.
But I wouldn't really put a
Dollar amount on it.
Yeah, I mean, dang, that's a good question.
Can we get a helicopter ride out of Bryan?
Look.
Because I think if I said a little,
Oh my goodness.
Tropical vacation over here.
A private jet ride over to Paris and back. Look.
Yeah. Yeah. What's too much for Bryan?
Oh my goodness.
So he said he's not going to put price tag on it then, huh, Bryan? Is that what you're going with?
Well, you can't be a cheapo either.
Okay, thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, ladies. Y'all listening? Y'all listening?
That's the best look. Can't be a cheapo.
So how do you feel about dating women with plastic surgery? Do you have any issues with that? Are you cool with it or what?
I wouldn't have any issues with it.
Okay.
If you really like somebody, I always look for, I guess in my experience, like we'll go all the way back to MySpace, which wasn't a dating site, but sometimes you could meet people.
I used to work for MySpace.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. The more different and more unique that people are, that attracts me more. So no, I wouldn't be afraid to date anybody that had plastic surgery. I don't think it's a bad thing. I've seen some really old jobs at Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think it's better to keep that baby face.
Right. Okay.
But you can't tell that to these people. But yeah.
Would you date a woman who's taller than you?
Yeah, I would. I had a date a few years ago with the girl that was a lot smaller than me, and I thought that was so cool. When she would sit on the couch, her legs wouldn't even hit the floor; they just would stick out.
Oh, she's really petite.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. No, it doesn't bother me height-wise or whatever. I don't think I'd really want a real tall woman. Like, like I said, if we hit it off, that's great. I do have not a lot of preferences.
That's good. I mean,
yeah, but yeah.
But y'all want to make sure you have some in common. You guys can have fun together. And build a foundation on certain things that you guys like at the same time. But
that's what I'm about.
Yeah.
Delia, do you have any more questions, or maybe she's busy right now? But we're here for you, Delia, whenever you're ready. Bryan, do you enjoy live streaming? And if
it's
so,
frozen
why?
Today, but I do know it's the rain. Like allergies to your face.
Okay. Do you enjoy live streaming? And if so, why?
Yes, I do. I would say not as much as more. It just doesn't seem like it's as much fun as I remember back when they had Yahoo Messenger, when you could go on the chat room and they would just have the picture, little webcam. That's when you knew somebody, if you click on it, you didn't have to ask for permission. That was just out there. So, it was just cool to click on random people and, see what, and it's still fun like that. It's just, Poco was probably the funnest. I like going live on there. I wish I would have a little bit more. I just had so much fun meeting such interesting people that the thing for me was, to be more of a supporter in that, I guess. And I hate that it's gone because I haven't found anything that's like that. And I think a lot of people are in the same, they're trying different things, and, good luck on that. But as far as for me, and I'm not just in it for the dating thing, there's different things for that. I like the conversation. You know what I mean? I like if you meet somebody, that's, you might have the same interest, or you live in like California, like, most of you, I guess. And it's interesting to hear what your life is up there and how things are going and how you're dealing with whatever's going on in the world as well.
So, there's now dating sites where you could live stream. Have you ever went on the dating site and live stream? I think Plenty of Fish, I think they do live streaming on there. Have you ever went on a dating website that's specifically for dating and live stream on there?
I tried that years ago, and it just didn't seem what I was looking for. I guess it's a dating site, but to me, it seemed more like a hookup.
Okay.
And
Dahlia, do you have questions?
Yes.
Okay. Go for it.
Bryan, what do you call like on your dating? Are you a movie and a dinner guy? Or do you prefer to make her dinner at your home?
Girl, you're making me hungry.
What do you do? What do you call a good date, for a girl you like, and
Wow, what a great question. My experiences in the past, I guess meeting somebody and then you actually have that date. Most of them, I did recommend that, something cool, like we'd cook together, that's a good way to start off things, make food together, and then we sit down and watch a movie with it, what I'm saying? And just, that always seemed like it was fun,
Yeah, that does sound fun. Because I don't think I've ever really cooked with my partner. They usually cook for me. Just funny. That sounds kind of fun if you guys enjoy doing that.
I like that. I missed the extra question, but that was a good question, just from what I picked up on. I love it. I was going to ask too, do you cook? But she's already talking about that. That's great.
So he does cook.
Great. Okay, now my question, what did I have? My question was, what challenges have you faced in your career? What else? No, I'm mixing up the question because I had it all together here the way I wanted to ask. Yeah, what challenges do you face as an artist?
I don't think Bryan's an artist, right, Bryan?
And do you?
Yeah, it was cutting in and out a little bit, but I think
it
I got
because that's what. Go ahead.
Challenges. Yeah, I am sort of an artist, actually.
Okay.
I like to. I used to write a lot. I got back into writing poetry around fall time, but I got out of it.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Go ahead.
But challenges, I guess, would be not really. You're always going to get feedback from everybody else, and I see this a lot online now, especially more days. You comment something online or something like that, and not everybody's going to agree with your opinion on things. And now we're living in a society with the internet where everybody can put out there what they're feeling and what and we can all come together and have our opinion on different things. I don't do that as much. Like when Facebook first came out, I still see people do it. They tell everything that's going on in their life, everything that's going on in their day, which if that's what you want, that's fine. I tend to be more of a private person.
Okay.
But as far as challenges, I would say keeping my big mouth shut. you know,
Dahlia's in the same boat as you. Not just and all of us.
Listen,
Had to mess with Dahlia.
I'm
she
the
unmuted
one
that
that likes to.
microphone real quick.
I don't need a microphone.
She said, "I was."
All of us, though, all
And
of us,
another
we
part
got
of
some,
my
all of us got some
question,
big mouths on here.
no, I sure do. I will comment on the post if it's something that really stands out, based on my views, and I'm going to respond to the post. I've said some things that's gotten me chewed, you know, at the end, chewed up by certain social media, you know, people that's on social media, I'll say, and I'm like, hold up, I better not say nothing on this post here because they coming for me about you. They coming for me. But my other question is, do you paint? Because I see you one of your drawings, and do you draw like different styles, or is just a hobby?
Yeah, I don't think I got to see the paintings.
the painting was probably what my daughter did. She did a few of them a while back. We went outside, we got her like the canvas, whatever, and then, you know, the right thing for painting, and I showed her Bob Ross, and one of them, she sat down when I went out and came home. She's got the TV watching Bob Ross, and she's painting a picture at the same time.
Nice.
So I'm like, you know, and what she did was really great. I mean, if anybody knows anything about Bob Ross, I mean, he was just a, you know, happy little
for
trick.
years and years, right?
Yeah. That's why I used to love PBS so much as a kid.
Oh, yeah, speaking of PBS, that stays on the TV.
Say that
it's
again.
It's different now. It's a little different, but I do like the, you know, I like the topics and the different shows that they're starting to show on PBS now, especially for kids and families. So I agree. Yeah.
Do you enjoy traveling, Bryan?
To make sure I'm answering Michael. Go ahead, guys.
I did. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I would be so much up for it. I did a lot of traveling.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I wouldn't again. You never know in life, you know, who you might meet, or, you know, might win the lottery. That's true. I'm getting out of here. But yeah, you know, I seen a lot of positive things when I was out there, and I seen a lot of negative things too, as far as the way that people are in the world.
Uh-huh.
You know, people, especially people that don't have, you know, food, or I've been hungry. I know what it's like. Mm-hmm. So that's, people get desperate in situations like that. So, you know, you really have to be careful out there. You know, that's like important. I said, farther away you get,
be a strong individual.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
You got to be able to. You got to have willpower too, to know how to walk away from certain things that you know ain't good for you. You know, that's one thing you have to be able to deal with the changes. You know, we face with changes each and every day. I mean, some people can't deal with change. It's hard, you know. But you're right, as far as like being in a situation where we don't have food or shelter or just somebody that loves us and care about us. That's challenging, you know.
Yes.
Bryan,
go ahead.
Did you meet anybody on Polka as much as you were on there? We all want to know.
Oh, girl,
Ooh, girl.
That's all in the mix.
Move my paper.
He had a drink. You take a drink real quick.
As far as like a relationship or anything, I never met it that was anywhere remotely close to here. I'd say the best thing I got out of Poco was just meeting awesome friends. That's one thing I learned when I first got home. There's nobody really, I may have met one person that lived like in another state away or something, but that was very rare. Most of the time it's California. I don't know why, but I think maybe it's just more of a thing out that way.
Okay.
But no, I never met anybody off of there.
Okay. So what celebrities or what type of women are you attracted to? Like, is there any certain celebrities you're like, oh, that's the type of woman I like, or that features you like, or anything like that? You probably picked one of each. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I don't know. I always thought Emma Stone was kind of hot.
Who?
Mm,
Who'd he say?
Emma. Is
Emma,
it Emma?
yeah,
Okay.
she's was in Zombie Land.
Okay.
Oh,
She's
check
kind
her
of
out.
into her.
She's got a
Like,
big name. I know her name.
Yeah,
yeah,
look her up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard her name too.
she was the one in that. Was it Cruella or whatever? She's the
Oh.
one.
She played Cruella?
Yeah,
Oh, I love Cruella. That my logo is kind of made after Cruella.
that's awesome. That's so cool. But yeah, celebrities. I think when I was a kid, I always thought Madonna was like the hottest thing since sliced bread back in
Yeah,
the.
I've watched Madonna since like second and third grade. That's cool that you like Madonna.
Yeah, I was really young back then, but I think that was probably one of my first celebrity crushes.
Okay.
Besides Olivia.
Yeah, Madonna was it back then. You know, I would say she
She's still
came out
gorgeous
and
now.
she had a very, you know, she had her own. She brought what she brought to her
Pop music.
to her, you know, what she did in the industry, her music, and just her whole personality. Well, it's nobody like her, you know.
Yeah.
It's nobody that I can compare to her personality or her style and what she brings, you know, just in a whole like her. I mean, Madonna is I'm glad she's still around. I'm glad she's still making, you know,
She's
I
still
don't want to
gorgeous. Yeah.
say new music. She's still definitely making it. She's doing what she's doing in this.
Yeah, she's a living icon.
She was just in concert recently.
Mm.
I don't know where she
That'd
was.
be a fun concert
Los
to go to.
Angeles or Vegas, wasn't she? Somewhere.
I don't
couple
know,
weeks-
but I would love to still go to her show. That'd be
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. She challenges society, I'll say that too.
Definitely.
She does.
Mhm. So what would be your ideal breakup party? Were you married, Bryan, before, or you just were in a relationship? Were you
I
ever
was married for a few years.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then what would be your ideal divorce or breakup party? Have you ever thought about that?
Oh yeah, I definitely have to leave that up to you because I think that's your that's
Her
your thing.
expertise.
Yeah,
Yes.
We
That's
ask
your
our
expertise.
clients those, that way we can kind of have an idea of how to tailor their divorce or breakup party. Some
That is so.
themes and some like want strippers there, or there's so many different ways to do your divorce party. So sometimes we ask people.
That is so cool. I've always came up with ideas or tried to for my own, little business thing, and that's probably the coolest stuff I've ever heard somebody come up with. It's like divorce somebody.
Thank you. So no ideas then, huh? Nothing off the top of your head.
No, not really.
Okay.
Just like I said, I leave that in your hands.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I don't plan on getting married again, so I don't think I'll be giving you a call anytime
Oh,
soon.
Ah, we can have a late divorce party.
But I think
now, you know what? It would be a fun one too.
Mhm.
Let me stop. I'm sorry.
Tiffany and her divorce party. Oh yeah, we got some coming up. Someone's about to drop some dollars on our next divorce party. They just hit me up yesterday. So would you date someone who lived in a part of town that's rough or is couch surfing? I think he already kind of touched on that, is what it sounded like. So I didn't know if I should ask that question or not.
so. As far as couch surfing, I take it that it's like somebody that taken in a stray.
Yeah.
More?
Yeah.
Not these days. I'm tired of meeting people like that.
Okay.
That's a
No, there's
challenge.
nothing wrong with that. We were just asking. We were wondering
right
what you
there. I
thought
don't
about
know.
that. Okay. Okay.
but everybody needs a little help, sometimes. And if somebody's good for themselves, I wouldn't turn that down. But like I said, I'm pretty much good at spotting things a mile away these days. As far as people have hidden agendas, oh, you got a oh, you got a car, or this or that. And
oh, we've all been there. Can you take us to the store? And we got like 50 other things we got to do. Yeah, we ain't your taxi if you ain't paying us. If you ain't paying, we ain't doing it. This ain't free. We got time and gas money. Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, don't take advantage. Where is a fun place to take a date in West Virginia?
Well, that's an awesome question too. You guys are great.
Thank you.
There's not a lot of places around here, to be honest. Like I said, it's more of a tourist spot. So there is a place I thought would be cool. It's there's an abandoned prison. I think it's in Moundsville, and it's supposed to be haunted.
Ooh.
And around Halloween time, they might give tours all year round. I'm not sure. I'd have to check on that, but I do know they do on Halloween time, and you can pay a little bit of extra money to spend the night. I'm sure there'll be other people in there too. It's just not
my God.
Wow.
Ladies, would you guys go? I'm a big chicken, so I might be like, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Biting my fingers.
I don't know if I could do it. But I think that is a fun date idea, like if you have your partner. But it sounds like a scary movie that goes wrong.
Fun, and
they went to go experiment, and then all of a sudden the ghost was real. Hell no.
And it's a way to find out if he'll protect you or run before you.
That's true. That's true. That's good.
Yeah, are you gonna be here with me? You're gonna leave me. Because even though we're going here together, don't mean that we may leave together.
That does sound like a fun date idea. I just don't know. I don't know who's brave enough to go with you on that type of date.
Exactly.
I did
brave enough.
I did meet somebody online, not personally online, but this person, very cool person. Probably a couple months ago, but they were saying something about, wanting to get a cabin in the woods.
That'd be fun.
It does sound cool. I think it's a little, and we was going over prices of things and how much it would cost, and that sounds really great. There's not a lot of people that would go for stuff like that, especially like just meeting somebody online.
I think that'd be fun after you dated someone and made sure that they're not going to chop off your head.
Right.
I'd love to go on a,
Because the first time off the top, I don't know.
Yeah, if we known each other for a while, that not day one.
Right. No, not day one. Sorry. Now, I was going to say about the prison one. Sorry, you guys. But I was just thinking, like, you wake up in the prison, everybody sleep, but you wake up and then you got on handcuffs. You like, handcuffs and an orange suit on. Like,
or the ghost is humping you from behind. Just like,
sorry, y'all. That was...
We ain't going nowhere together.
Wake up and you got cow time. It's time to eat. You be like, wait a minute. I thought this was only... Okay. Ooh, okay. No more comedy sessions.
Okay.
I gotta
think of that.
I gotta say one more thing about that story. Funny though, then we'll end the comedy session or try.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm talking to this person, and after this happened, I went and showed my kid. I was rolling. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long time. She was asking, about getting a car. I said, yeah, sure. You know how they have the little emojis? Like I don't know, my phone does it. Like if you put a certain word, it'll put a certain little emoji that relates to that word beside it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I'd like to that'd be cool. We could get a cabin in the woods, and I put the little cabin emoji, and I was typing a little bit too fast, and like the axe emoji is close to the cabin thing, and I accidentally put the axe emoji beside the cabin.
Oh my God.
I don't know about you might have got turned down for the date after you included the axe.
Look, at that point, the texting stopped. You probably like, why she ain't texting back? Then you look down and see why. You're like, oh, Dang it.
I had to
Moving
laugh.
on. Look, moving
Look.
on.
I had to
Moving
laugh.
on. Look, moving
Look.
on.
We had the dominatrix, but she even stops at the axe. Okay. I
Look.
think she even plays with the axe as far as we know.
Axe throwing. Look,
Oh, we
Cassandra.
did do axe throwing. We did do that. That's true. That we did do that, and that was fun.
That was fun.
That
very
was.
fun. It was.
Are you open to
Okay, let me see.
relocating for a relationship?
I won't say no,
Okay.
but it's really hard. I've had people ask me that too. That's a common question. I guess people ask on on the dating thing or whatever. No, I don't really have a problem with it, but it's really hard because your job's here, everything you got's here.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I wouldn't say no, but you have to lay a golden egg for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for something like that. So yeah, I'd be up for it, but start fresh. That's what you're getting into. Like I said, I'll take more time.
Yeah.
These days, I want to find out before we get a cabin in the woods. We're we got to figure some things out first.
Right?
I said that's threading on thin ice. What's that old saying? It's like threading on thin ice. Like, well, that's something to really take into consideration, changing up and moving and just starting your whole life over. Because I was just thinking about what you said as far as Virginia being a tourist. Mainly about tourists is really nowhere to really go. So like, yeah, what if you were to get in a relationship and your mate not wanting to stay there, living in that town, how with that? So, but she already answered the question, so I'm gonna stop.
Great question.
So when you're in a relationship, do you spend a lot of time with your partner, or do you just see them occasionally?
Question.
I think it's hard to, at least for me, I would want somebody to be around them as much as I could. I understand, work schedules and stuff like that. And I really, you got to give people leeway. You can't smother people, especially if somebody has a career or something they're doing, So I think if you have to be that person that really is understanding and, and I could be that person. It just has to be in the right situation. I am somewhat picky, but you got to give some leeway or you're never going to meet anybody.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
I have a question. I'm just sitting there thinking, have you ever dated anyone who has had a mental illness like bipolar?
That's a great question, Tiffany. Myself. Not just I dated myself.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
He said thank you. I think we all got to look. You're like, and then have you ever dated someone who was so much like you? That's another question after you answer that one.
Yes, but not really. I mean, finding. I don't think there is a such thing as a perfect match. And if you're looking for that, you're never really gonna find anybody because there's always gonna be certain things about people. So you got to be willing to, ask yourself. And me personally, I would do that before I would get in the relationship seriously with somebody, because it's not fair to them. Let's get this out here. People with mental illness, I guess maybe not. I work with people that have mental illness, so I do have an understanding of special needs for people, and you don't have to have mental illness to require special needs.
Okay.
But, yeah, like we were saying before, the world's different than what it was, so everything's changed, and we have to try things a little differently these days. I think to be a little bit more and get to know somebody than before you jump into things. Especially a cabin in the woods.
Yeah. Oh, I like the way you ended that one. Yeah, definitely. Because
got your axe in the back.
I've never had anybody ask me like to do something really cool like that, so I'm not dissing the person.
I think that'd be fun. I think a lot of us out here in California, we think of that as a fun getaway, right? Most of us do want to go to the cabin. I'm surprised that over there in West Virginia they don't enjoy doing that, but a lot of people in California we all want to go there. Like we want to see the snow and stuff. Yeah, women enjoy doing
Camping,
stuff
yeah,
like
the
that.
snow, camping,
The
and
flowers.
other, you know, outdoor activities as well.
Yeah, barbecuing and what's the camping outside. Yeah.
So okay, so for tourists, what type of like do you have zip lining and those type of activities there, you know, to enjoy on your date, or just to, you know, go and do something, have fun? You and your daughter, do you guys go out to places like that?
Actually, yeah, we went to the park today. It's been a while. The weather hasn't. Ferrets can't. They can't get too hot, or they can't get.
Mm.
So the weather was sort of right for that today. So yeah, that was great. Tourist thing here, we have what's called we got the New River, and we got the Gully Bridge, which runs over the New River, and it's used to be the biggest, but I believe it's the second largest arch bridge in the world. And we got people coming from all different countries, and you know, whatever, just to see this bridge. And I don't get it, you know. It's cool to see a couple times. Yeah, but anyway, it's there's a lot of history here. The New River is the second oldest river in the world besides the Nile.
Wow. Now that is interesting.
That
I
is
like bodies
interesting.
of water.
Yeah, and the Nile is unique because it's not like other rivers. It runs the opposite way of what others do, and so does this one. So, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that.
There's rafting here. That's a white water.
I want to do that. We might have to visit West Virginia with our show.
That's nice.
Have you done that, Bryan?
No, I haven't done that.
Yeah, you might have to join us.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, you guys are welcome to come down anytime.
Yeah, I think we will one of these days. Hopefully, we're hoping for that.
They do have.
Let's make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, we need to, you know, explore around the world a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. That's the whole hopes.
That's the whole plan. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So, Yaya, do you have another question, or should I go forward with mine?
Go ahead.
Okay. Did you have a question? Or
No.
you're free to go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Would you date someone with different political views than you?
Yes, I would.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
I don't know how that would go, but you know, I am open to you know, if somebody has different views. I mean, some people go to church, some people don't.
Okay.
So
at least you're open to it, because some people are like, no. I didn't think they would. Because some people are so gung-ho on their political views that you would think that they only want to date like someone like Republican Party or Democrat or something. So it doesn't bother you then.
no, I think there probably would be a little bit more attractiveness if you had more of the same kind of views, but no, I wouldn't say no to that.
Okay. All right.
I like to meet interesting people. I like to debate, so we can do it friendly wise. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear why you support this or why you don't support certain things, and you know, that's cool.
Okay. What's your favorite pair of shoes?
That would have to be Vans.
Man, oh my God, my daughter loves Vans too.
Me too.
He must have been a skater before. They're cute, and they're like skateboard shoes, right?
Yeah, I miss Airwalks. Do they still make Airwalks? I haven't seen those anywhere for years.
I'm not sure.
I haven't heard of that in a long time.
Oh, okay.
No,
My daughter likes that brand as well.
and they're very comfortable too. So, and I still have my skateboard. I haven't skated since I moved here, which is about 2 years.
Oh man, there's nowhere to skateboard over there.
I lived outside of the city before, you know. This really, I would consider I'm in the middle of out here, and the city's here, so I'm kind of like right in the middle of it. No, not really. There's
not that many sidewalks.
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah, when I lived out there, I had the back roads. You know, at night there wasn't hardly any traffic. I could get out there and still make it back home alive.
Okay.
Wow.
Tiffany, do you have another question for Bryan? Okay, I'll keep going until someone has a question. Did you have another question, Dahlia or Tiffany?
I'm going over my questions now, make sure I'm not repeating the same ones, and I'm listening in too,
Okay.
you know, to make sure that if my question's already answered, I'm not going to answer it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you guys do have one, you're welcome to chime in. So, Bryan, where can our viewers go to learn more about you? Like maybe there's some single hot ladies. Where can they go to learn more about you? How can they get in touch with you or learn more about your poetry or see pictures of your ferret?
Definitely not Facebook.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just no.
I see your stuff.
I'd like to get back into more stuff like that, and back into more of a creative side that I used to have. Yeah. If you want to look me up, you can hit me up on Facebook. I'm not as active as much as I used to be. Like I said, you never know who's on your Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really.
That's true.
In a way,
you know what? Since we're talking about that, oh my God, let's have a question. Let's have a talk about this. So, have you guys ever dated someone and then they're on your Facebook and then you get mad at them, you take them off and then you put them back on? So, is that a problem with dating, you guys, having the Facebook, having your partner on? For me, I don't know how you guys deal with that.
I don't like for somebody that we just start talking or whatever, probably been knowing each other a month or two, and then all of a sudden you all on my page, baby this and baby that, and just referring to me in a way like, look, calm down. Like we ain't even established that type of we haven't established that yet.
Okay.
So let's just conversate and get to know one another. And I don't mind you, liking my pictures and things like that, but don't try to move it too fast and trying to, make it seem like we're just in this. We're now getting married or something. Like, no. I'm like, okay, wait.
Do you guys ever get jealous too of like the girls liking your man's pictures and all those stuff, or leaving comments, flirting? How do you guys?
I'm just trying to see who is who and what's going on and what type of pictures is he liking. I do look at that. And you guys conversating, what kind of conversations y'all having? I mean, and if it don't feel comfortable to me, then I'll be like, okay, is this your friend or your friend? Yeah, I said, I'm up here answering the question. Wait a minute. I'm just, that's just
see, Bryan, you're surrounded.
Like, no, I don't think I'm gonna be able to.
Bryan has 3 women, so he's getting an insight of how we look at these. Dahlia, you ain't chimed in, Dahlia. What are your input on the Facebook?
No, let me unfollow you.
For one, I don't like nobody telling me what to do.
Okay.
Especially if it's a man. And don't start looking at my page and all that, because I'm not going to delete all my good looking actors and all that. No, it's not that kind of party. No.
Come on now.
Look, I'm gonna keep it real with everybody who's watching on here, including all my baby daddies that are watching.
She's
look, if me and you are dating, these exes got to go. They gotta get the hell up off your page.
Right.
That's my opinion. I don't know how you guys. I don't know. And you need to make it known that we're together. It needs to say we are together. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, it's that kind of relationship.
I had somebody tell me, well, you got to go.
You got to go where?
Somebody told me, well, you got to change your status to your relationship. What?
I know, yeah.
Oh, you need to change your status.
I haven't forced anybody to do that yet, but
right.
No,
I put a ring on it if you want.
Yes, let's do that. Yeah, when you put a ring on it, then that's when it better be saying that we're married.
Then we can do a. And I said, as long as we're only the long distance friends or whatever, we're chatting online, you can't tell me what to put status to put on my page. Right. That don't even make sense. Like, I'm not ready for that. We're just getting to know one another. Once we get past that, then we'll see, you know. But first, we need to see each other in person again and not just be talking online. We're not having, I don't like that kind of.
Yeah,
like
if you guys are in the same state, then yeah.
It just don't work for me.
No, look, I've dated people out of state too. Look, I've dated people out of state. It needs to be, look, as long as I'm seeing you and you see me and we all that, yes, we are in a relationship. You better make someone know that we are in a relationship or else we ain't. And I'm going to treat you like we ain't.
That's what they wanted me to do. You looking that good? I ain't even looking. Let me stop because this person gonna know I'm talking about him.
No, but let me add to this. I was with someone before and I seen,
I'm sorry,
you don't want to know how I see things that you don't think I see, okay? What were you doing telling your baby mama I love you? Okay. Yeah, I've seen it. I see it. Look, I got eyes everywhere, y'all. See? Now, see, how do you guys feel about that? If they're supposed to be with you, what are they doing telling their baby mama I love you? How do you guys feel about that?
No, I don't like it.
They probably want to see how you're gonna respond to it.
Yeah.
So they didn't know I was going to see that. That's the whole thing.
I don't like my games.
They didn't know I was going to see that. That's the whole thing.
No, they knew.
They knew. They didn't know.
Especially if you following this person and this person following.
I'm speaking in code now, Tiffany. They didn't know.
You said I had my own special way of seeing it. Look, you had your own way of seeing it. Exactly. Look.
Thank you, Tiffany. You see what I'm saying? I seen her eyeballs talking. Poor Bryan. See, Bryan, this is how we operate. So now you know how the ladies work. You better, you better be aware. Be on your toes. So is it okay then if you're dating someone for them to add you on, Bryan? Do you think it's okay to add them on once you've been dating for a while? Or do you add them on, like say you meet at a coffee bar?
No, at all.
Or you mean a coffee cafe? Would it be okay to add them on Facebook if you might like them?
Yeah, here's the thing though that
here we go. We got the man's perspective now. Here we go.
Yeah, say okay.
Listening.
Say if you're looking,
I like that though.
You meet somebody online, you start talking or whatever, and then maybe it doesn't work out, and then they slowly start to drift away. We've all had this. Then you might meet somebody else, but you still have them on Facebook. Sometimes he was saying that some people come back. You know what I'm saying?
They come back a few times.
I'm a blocker. I'm a blocker.
They're hiding in the cut.
I'm sorry. Do you agree with blocking people? Oh, that's the question I'm gonna ask. Yeah. How do you feel as far as blocking someone that you once was friends with or associate, a colleague or whatever, and it just you guys just run into an issue where you guys are just not friends like that no more? Do you block that person or do you allow them to still be on your page?
Well, I would say these days I'm more for if I get into a relationship with somebody, and if they're still trying to hit me up, and you can tell them, hey, look, I guess a lot of people, not everybody, they would still feel the need to hit you up. You know how it is when I had a date one time. I wasn't dating this person, but I had somebody else that I'd talked to before, and kind of drifted away. Anyway, I'm sitting. This is the second date. We're sitting on the together. I'm wanting to. All of a sudden, my phone, the Facebook, whatever, starts going off. I'm just sitting there, and I'm not even. It's in my pocket, and it just got quiet for a minute. And
you got real quiet.
Go ahead. Now, I was gonna say something. That's funny because when that notification
people's hearts stop.
When that sound go off, it do make you go. Who hit you?
I did what I be doing. At least I'm not the old one.
Keep them guessing, Bryan. Keep them guessing.
I'll never forget you.
Jaya has boys. That's why she's helping them out.
Keep them guessing.
She has to deal with all the crazy ladies like Tiffany and I. The death stare.
Bryan, like, hold up, wait.
Yeah, but that's the question of drifting away from other people. That like, would I block somebody? Yeah, I would if it came down to, interfering with something that I'm trying to do good here.
Yeah, because some
If
people
I'm
trying to keep that energy around, and you don't even, it's like, wait a minute. No, I hear people say, don't block them, let them see what you're doing.
right,
Go and
Yeah.
more power to you. I'm not into that.
Oh, and I don't like I prefer the dudes that I'm dating. If I am dating you, I'm on your Facebook. Some of them try to take you off because they're trying to be sneaky. So I will prefer the dude who got nothing to hide. Shout out to my other baby daddy. No,
What you
baby
hiding?
daddy,
Is
even though he don't
my
know he's my
question.
baby daddy. Don't tell me.
What are you hiding? Is the question.
What
Because
did
you shouldn't be
say?
hiding anything. I said, what are you hiding? Are you
Exactly.
dating somebody else?
Exactly. So
Are
treat
you
them
still
like
on the
that.
market? Look, oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you guys. I am so sorry for
No.
that background interruption. I'm trying to go around the corner. I'm like, look, I had this. I was finna say something. It wasn't gonna come out right. So let me stop. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, no. If you're hiding something because you're still on the market, you're still out there, you're still
Yeah.
looking, and
Yeah.
I'm just not the main one that you're just trying to get to know.
Yeah. Yep. So if I'm not on your Facebook, I'm not with you. That's how I feel. Like if you take me off my Facebook, well, we ain't together.
And it's funny, okay, have you
And
ever
I'm gonna treat
followed
them
someone,
like that too.
dated someone, or even was friends with someone, and you comment on the page? How do you feel when that person don't comment back to your post, but they commented back to everybody else's?
Ooh. So you're saying that a guy that you're talking to,
Or
you
like Bryan,
posted
if he's talking to a female and she posted something on her page, right? And you responded to it, you leave your comment on there, and then she responds back to everybody else, but ignores yours. How did it make you feel?
because you put this is a girl that's trying to get at your dude.
No, well, no, not trying to get at him, but like it's somebody that I know. We was talking or whatever, friends, whatever you want to call it. But every time I would post something on his page, he didn't respond to my post, but he responded to everybody else's post.
Okay.
So how would that make you feel if a female that you like her and you feel like yeah, it's more you just want to, but in this situation, well, my situation is different. So let me ask you this question too. This is another good question. But first, let's answer another. That's why.
Yes. First, okay. So go ahead, Bryan. We're putting you on the spot. I know that was kind of confusing.
no,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good.
I know I'm messing it all up with two different things. If you're following, your Facebook friends with the female that you are dating, getting to know her and all that, she posts something up, you respond. You comment to it on her Facebook, but she don't respond to it. But she responds to everybody else around you. How that make you feel?
I've been in that situation before, and I think we all know, like, even though you want to give somebody 100% of your trust, you got to earn it. Especially when you're meeting somebody online, because I have seen people like it's very easy to get curious and go want to check somebody out and see, because especially like if they get quiet for a while or something like that. That doesn't mean that they're up to no good, and you can't accuse people of that just because they get quiet. Or it does make you feel, at least for me, some kind of way when I do see things like that. The best thing I try not to do is jump to the gun and accuse somebody, hey, but I can't help feeling some kind of way. And it's hard to keep it in sometimes. So your way of communication with that other person about that situation, I guess, I try to be calm about things and not turn things into a situation. So it's very hard. It's very hard with the internet to, like I said, get that full. I'm sorry. I sneak around and check people's stuff out if I want to know more about you, and you're not. Then you find out they've got 15 other Facebooks.
You got like 20.
He's like, wait a minute, which one is really you? But no, we know your reason. We understand. But like for somebody who's up to no good and want to play these little games, yeah, I've seen that. Not too much. It's weird, but like I said, that's another
One thing,
topic.
like sometimes I don't see people's comments because either I can't see, not good vision, or sometimes I'm working, so they might be working, or you just don't see it. Like sometimes I don't see notifications till like months later. So
well, if you don't see a comment, it's probably because that person don't have you as a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all trying to trickery with the Facebook.
Yeah, you know what? And to me, like if they're doing all this, it's like I listened to this lady. She says if a person's interested in you, they're gonna give you attention, this and that. And so if they're not, then move on to the next one. Why waste time waiting for them to change or figure it out? You can ask.
I'll respond to your post.
Yeah, you can ask them the first time and see what they say, and if they're acting the ass, well, okay, that's my cue.
Right, nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Another question. My next question: friends with benefits. How do you feel about that, Bryan?
Yeah, I wonder what a dude feels about that.
I see that more these days, especially like I said on the dating site. People might be comfortable with that. If I'm going to be with the woman, no, because I'm not sharing my woman with another guy.
Thank you.
Or vice versa.
Come on,
you're going to get 100%.
Come on now. How they say? How they do the?
I've known people.
That's right, Bryan.
I've known people that
That's
did
what we
that.
need the noise makers for that one right there. Come on now. What a tamarine there. Rain that tamarine. Rain that tamarine.
But it just tells me that maybe there's something they can't have a normal relationship. Somebody like that.
Something just wrong. Yeah. I understand, I just really don't get it. Friends with benefits. Why would you want to? So that means that person got benefits with a slew of other friends. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be willing to deal with that.
That's true. Because it's too much put into it to me. You put so much into this person, hoping that this person would go from being friends to, a relationship. But it's just.
Nah, they already got what they wanted at the beginning.
It's
just
how it cycle. They got what they wanted, and they still want to continue to get what they want because they feel it's a benefit. We just friends.
Yeah, so they don't have to show up when your kid's sick. They don't have to show up when your tires.
They ain't got to show up or nothing.
Yeah.
But they were, let's have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
We just gonna have fun.
If a guy
anybody ever tell you they want to just have fun, cut it off.
You didn't get to have fun. I'm like, this ain't a fucking amusement park. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun watching you walk away. I'm gonna have fun. But that's my questions for if you guys want to, on top of that, but I know more come to me but this is a great interview. It is. I'm sorry. Just want to say it.
So how can they find you on Facebook, Bryan? Spell out your name for them, or and tell them what your profile picture looks like. Because today, two of my co-hosts were having a difficult time finding you because there's more than one profile.
I just wanted to make sure because I know I sent them a friend request, but
I didn't know.
I think they're both linked together. From the looks of it, I think your pages are linked together. Let me ask my last question. Actually, I do.
Okay.
Because she's asking the question, but what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years?
Good question.
Very good question. Just still being successful at what I do. Seems like life, I don't know, has got a lot more. There's not so much time to sit back as there used to be, as far as working life and wanting to do the things that, or I love to come home from work and just, when I come home, I don't want to go back out,
Wow. I agree with that. It's like, oh Lord, I hope this is me being in for the rest of the night because
lock the
Lord
door.
knows I don't want to drive nowhere else.
Lock the door
and just relax and wind on down and get ready for the next venture, the next journey, whatever it might be the next day.
Yeah, but as far as 5 years, that is a good question. I lived in the same place for like 21 years, and so I try. This will be a little over 2 years I've been here.
Okay.
It's a lot smaller than what I was used to. The other apartment was condo size. They had an upstairs and, all this space, and I don't have that here, and it's hot. And, I was about to move out here end of last year. Some things happened that it didn't turn out that way. And I'm kind of glad that it didn't, because I don't think I've given this place a fair shot.
Okay.
See,
So
things happen for a reason. I'm a big believer in that. So good thing you didn't just, decide to move on, because you never know, there's some potential there. Some great things can be in the works, and I'm looking forward to, witnessing all the greatness that you have, come in.
yes, and
And
same with you. As they say, out of the frying pan into the fire. That's not what you worry. That's not where you want to go.
Okay.
you know what, Bryan, you're gonna need to make a list of your because you you are on fire. I love it. What you said earlier, as far as our eyes, the eyes being the window to the soul. I don't hear that often, but great. You have great are those, because those are quotes, right? It's just
Yes.
sayings. Yeah, your quotes are amazing. Keep them coming.
I appreciate that. I really do. How it comes from life experience
Yes.
and being a good listener.
Wisdom, yeah, being a listener, just the life we live, and the experience, like you said, what we've all faced in our lives here and there. But yeah, you guys is
Okay.
open for, go ahead, Spice.
Yeah. So Bryan, tell them, how can they find you on Facebook? Because like we mentioned, you have more than one Facebook. Can you spell out your name and tell them how they know it's you?
Yes, absolutely.
80s.
Yeah, it's spelled Bryan Williams. The thing about that is there's so many Bryan Williamses out there.
Yeah.
So I've had people, have trouble finding me. So, best
Well,
thing
maybe you want to
Your
add your
picture.
middle name. You should put an initial in there,
Right.
maybe, or just do Bryan W, BW or something like that.
Yeah.
Or kind of change it up that way. Because like my name is common, Tiffany Smith. It's a lot of this. No, but just a suggestion.
Right. And that's a very
I take my hat off to you, Bryan, being a single father and dealing with in every day.
well, I appreciate that, and it's been a great honor and a privilege. It's great meeting Tiffany today for the first time.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I've met you guys. I think we've
Yes.
probably been friends for about 2 years.
Yeah, that went by really quick.
Yeah.
Really quick, yeah, really quick. So I've enjoyed listening to your guys. That's one thing that I liked about Poco. It was different than probably some of these other apps where people are jumping all over the place, and you can actually have a decent conversation with people.
Right.
That's why. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning talking to you guys.
Remember? Yeah.
So Bryan, I don't mean to take you off, but I've been trying to ask you 3 times, how are they going to find you on Facebook? You said you spelled out your name, but how are they going to know it's you?
Well, for the people in our little circle, I think it'd be a lot easier because you have me on there, Della, and my new friend Tiffany. But that's a good suggestion that Tiffany presented to make it a little bit easier with maybe shorten something, or because there is, I don't know how many thousands of Bryan Williams out there, but they're just clones. I'm the original one.
Yeah,
that's right.
What profile picture should they look for? Is there a profile picture, or like, is there a picture? Like, are they going to see the ferret so they know it's you?
I just added a new picture. I think a couple of days ago. It's been a while. Yeah, I do add pictures sometimes with the ferrets. I've really got bored with the whole picture taking thing. Because you see people, how it kind of irritates me that, how many different ways is there to take a picture? You know what I'm saying? After you did everything, like 1,000, you did everything. How much more creative can we get? You know what I'm saying? You see, they got these looking like this, and how they do this, and I like to be, if I'm going to post something new or something, I don't want to do the same thing over and over.
No. gonna be original.
Yeah.
So if you don't see me posting a picture for a while, it's because I haven't come up with anything new and creative. So
Okay. So
Where there is not to I took the time sheet.
is your pictures open though with the ferret
ahead.
so they know it's you?
yeah, that'd be a good
What
good
is
idea.
it's like if they look at your Facebook, is it open? Are these cover pictures open or are they closed? So that, because like I said, or you even mentioned, there's a lot of people with the same name. How are they going to be able to find you if they're outside of our group?
It might be a little bit difficult, like I said, because there is so many.
Okay.
I think I had made my settings a little bit more tighter than what they used to be.
Okay.
One thing, like I said, you never know who's looking at your Facebook.
Okay.
You never know. You don't. But you know, there is a group on Instagram. It's not a group, but there's this guy, and he shared different poses and different ways that you can make your photos even more interesting. And he'll show you like an X of how not to pose versus how you should pose.
Nice.
And like with your ferret, you can put your ferret on your shoulder and be like,
yeah, that should be your profile picture so we know it's you.
or have your ferret in your hand and do something in that aspect, or
yeah,
just
because
a
not
little,
too many Bryan Willams are gonna have a ferret.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe you should make that your cover picture or your profile picture so people could find you.
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
have it. We can lay him down and do a little something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Ferret,
That'd be cute.
But I like this guy. I'm gonna share it with you guys. The Instagram page.
Yeah,
the poses are amazing.
Okay,
so
switch
it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we definitely want to see that. So so I guess our viewers that are watching, thank you for being so patient with all of our technical issues and our mumbo jumbo. So if you want to find Bryan Willams, it's spelled out Bryan with the Y, and he has some pictures with the ferret. So that's how we'll be able to find you. And he also said that if they find Tiffany Siobhan or Dahlia Ann Mace or Cassandra Spice, they should be able to get to you as well then.
That's right. Because I'll make sure I post you and share the interview. And if anybody's interested in following and tuning into the interview, this is how they can find you.
Okay. Okay, good.
Well, that's how I've learned to so I call it being the Facebook detective, but somebody's hard to find or you can't find them. I go to their friends or somebody that they're, they might know or something. One thing leads to I got you. Yeah, it's really not that hard to, to find somebody sometimes. And, but yeah, I'm open to, go ahead. Sorry. You guys can.
I was going to say, I'm just looking at you like your hat. You can put your ferret on your hat. Have the ferret like lean,
Oh, no, you should have brought your ferrets into the interview. We would have loved to see them.
So cute.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the park wore them out today, but I'm sure they'll be back up later here tonight.
Okay. So, any more questions from my two co-hosts?
I'm all
okay. So my last one is how we like to close out the show. Do you have any last words for an ex?
I'm not going to say the first thing that came to mind.
Look, you see, I said, aquarium eyes want to know.
I would just say the way my attitude is these days is, if it's not working out, if things don't, go our way or whatever, there's no need for, because, as they say, don't date somebody on the job. I did that before. Now I know why they say don't date people on the job.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good.
Once we, I guess broke up I still had to deal with this person, and they're a new person as well. We're all, wow, this is really awkward.
Okay. Well, that's a good way to end our show. Now we know. Be cautious about dating someone at work. Although I've seen people who date at work. When I worked at Disney, they ended up getting married. Disney allows you to date people there.
They do?
And they've been together for a long time. So I guess it could go both ways. But yes, we'll meditate on that, Bryan. We'll think about that before we go that route. We are done with dating. We're 48. They better come with that by now.
I'm like you too, Bryan. I was married once before. Hope to get married again, but
yeah, we'll it's not for everybody.
where the universe, where my, takes me. And hey, but right now, I'm enjoying this single life.
Okay. Yeah. I think Dahlia is too.
Yeah, single and don't want to mingle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't. All right. That's all the questions we have for you, Bryan. We loved every minute that we had with you.
Yes, I did.
Hats off to you. Thank you for sitting there in the heat because it sounds like it's hot out there. We're in the opposite. We're dealing with rain.
Yeah.
Tell your daughter we said hi.
Yes.
Check the parents for us.
Happy Easter. to
Yeah.
everyone.
And how did you have your birthday? Did you do anything special for your birthday?
Not really, not really. It was a good one though. I did get a few gifts. I'm going to my mom's for Easter.
Oh, nice.
And the cool part about that is I'm kind of going back on this retro thing. I was asking around where can I get a VCR? They sell tapes at the mall. There are a lot of them, the good movies that were out back then. They're not cheap. But I was looking around trying to find because I don't see VCRs anymore.
I know.
Don't. My mom actually has one with a DVD player.
Just so you guys know,
I
I was
used to have-
working with a gentleman, or still do,
ahead.
and he's collects a lot of items, and you can get a VCR and sell it and make some money out. Just like those.
I'm gonna say,
I
I
might
can
have
take
a
the one
secret
that we
dig that
have
he's
and
not
see if it
talking
works.
about. He might be a collector. Like, yeah, there's ways to make money with collecting items. That's for sure.
Oh yes. Okay, I got a song for Bryan. I'm gonna play. Can you guys hear this?
Oh,
It's the
you don't
birthday
want to play it
song.
on here because it's gonna get her.
Oh, that's
blocked.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you.
If it was an original one, I forgot.
Oh, is it a
about that.
birthday song? If it's a birthday song,
It's a birthday song
okay,
by
go for it. Go for it
2 Chainz.
then.
It's 2 Chainz song.
Okay. Uh-oh, I don't know. Might get us flagged. Just fine.
It's for you, Bryan. Oh, I bet what I want. We ain't gonna put that part in there.
Oh yeah, we didn't hear it at all.
You didn't? Good. I'm glad it didn't come through. Yeah.
So you did
happy
have
birthday.
a good birthday then, huh, Bryan?
I'm sorry, come again, Cassandra.
You did have a good birthday then?
Yes, I did. Well, my mom says that she has one of those old combos that like Tiffany was mentioning in DVD VCR combos. So she said she's going to give that to me when I come over.
Oh, nice.
That's
Oh, good.
nice.
That
I
might
was
not.
gonna say I can definitely check this one and ship it right on to you.
Well, that's
'Cause
good
it's
though.
just-
I'm glad
it's
that
just
you're getting a
sitting
gift that you
around.
actually need and you like and enjoy.
Yeah, I love it. That's what it's all about,
Because
what
back in
we-
then, I'm sorry, I mean, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I was talking about somebody not too long ago about going to Blockbuster and how much fun that was. And people today, they're like, they don't see the enjoyment and the fun of doing something like going to a video store or something.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was.
I used to love to go to the warehouse and, like you said,
Take my
Blockbuster
kids.
Yeah.
to see the new music and
Movie night.
Mm-hmm.
just have movie night. That's what Della says. It's all about spending time with the family and
Yeah.
That's true.
And that's sad that it's not so much that case anymore.
Exactly.
Mhm.
They're
we
all
were just
on
talking
phone.
about it's no more sitting down for dinners no more. It's no more coming
Yeah,
together.
I think
and-
that would be fun to sit down with dinner with family. My family is
Yeah.
like everybody's arguing.
Even my
But yeah, I think that's
grandkids.
a great idea.
It is.
I think
I've
a
been
lot
telling
more
them, sit
people
down.
should be like that. It's sad that they're not, because really family is supposed to be a strength and a resource. So it's a shame that people do not work with each other, which is really sad.
Yeah.
It really is. I was watching this cartoon. You guys seen the cartoon called Cats? It's about cats.
No, but I do love cats.
It's one thing he said in there. He said, he said, family will keep you in solitude. They'll keep you like pretty much kind of stuck. And I mean, I agree with that. But at the same time, it's just, it's so much. He
Yeah.
mentioned a few things, but I was like, that's kind of deep.
Mhm.
I'm going to watch this again just to, I
Let it
gotta
soak
watch it
in.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for real.
Mhm. Well, Bryan, we wish you a happy birthday. We love having you as a friend from West Virginia, and we'd love to visit you one of these days. Maybe we'll go camping with you. Or something fun. Or go to that haunted freaking prison. That'd be
Yeah.
Okay.
Check
I'll
that
get
out.
the hotel while you guys do that.
Check that out. It's a lot about
Like, I'll see y'all when y'all come back.
Exactly. All right. Well, have a good day, Bryan.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you so
enjoy.
much. Have a
Bye.
blessed
It's still
day,
your birthday.
everyone. Happy
you
Easter.
guys.
And
Happy-
yes, happy Easter. Say hi to your ferrets for me.
Yes.
Can't wait
Bye,
for-
y'all.
Bye.
Bye.